Have you ever looked at a flight of stairs and felt a sudden, sharp pang of hesitation? Not because you physically can't climb them, but because you're secretly terrified that your knees might finally give out halfway up. Or maybe it's that subtle, nagging fear when you bend down to pick up a grandchild or a heavy grocery bag. That quiet whisper in the back of your mind asking, is this the moment I throw out my back and become the old man who needs help just to stand up? It is a terrifying thought, isn't it? The slow, silent erosion of your independence, where the body you've relied on for decades suddenly feels like it's betraying you, turning simple movements into calculations of risk and pain. You see other men your age who still move with the confidence of someone 20 years younger, and it makes you wonder, are they just lucky with genetics? Or is the way you've been trying to stay fit actually accelerating your decline? I decided to stop guessing and put the so-called top 3 longevity exercises to the test. Not to get ripped like a bodybuilder, but to see if I could actually reclaim the trust in my own body. In this breakdown, we aren't just looking at standard gym moves. We're dissecting the 3 specific functional patterns that science suggests are the firewall between you and frailty, exploring exactly why your current routine might be failing you, and revealing the surprising, life-changing results I experienced after committing to them. The journey began with a hard truth that most of us ignore until it's too late. We don't stop moving because we get old because we stop moving correctly. The first exercise I tackled addressed the #1 insecurity for men over 50, the loss of raw functional capability. Specifically the ability to lift and carry without fear. I started with the farmer's carry, and if you think walking around with heavy weights sounds too simple to be effective, you are missing the most critical secret to senior vitality. This isn't just about arm strength, it is about grip strength, which medical data has shown to be one of the strongest predictors of overall mortality and heart health. When I first picked up those dumbbells, I felt my posture instantly correct itself. My shoulders pulled back, my core braced instinctively to protect my spine, and for the first time in years, I felt stable. Most men over 50 suffer from tech neck or a rounded upper back, which signals weakness to the world, but the farmer's carry forces your body into perfect alignment. But here is the hook that kept me going. Within 2 weeks, the chronic nagging pain in my shoulder didn't get worse, it vanished. By dynamically stabilizing the rotator cuff while walking, I was teaching my body how to hold itself together under stress again. It wasn't about building big muscles, it was about building a bulletproof structure that doesn't collapse when you bring in the groceries. However, upper body strength means nothing if your foundation is crumbling. Which led me to the second and arguably most controversial exercise, the trap bar deadlift. Now, before you click away because you've heard deadlifts destroy backs, listen closely, because this misconception is exactly why so many seniors lose their mobility. The fear of bending over is what eventually makes you unable to bend over. The trap bar, unlike a straight bar, centers the weight in line with your body, removing the dangerous shear force on your lower back while targeting the posterior chain, the glutes and hamstrings. These are the muscles responsible for propelling you forward and keeping you upright. The insecurity here is deep. No one wants to look foolish or get hurt in the gym. But when I started this, I realized that my previous safe machine workouts had neglected these stabilizer muscles entirely. The result? I wasn't just getting stronger, I was regaining the ability to tie my shoes and pick things up off the floor without making that old man groan. If you aren't training the hinge movement pattern, you are actively telling your body it doesn't need to function independently anymore. This exercise taught me that your back isn't fragile, it's just undertrained. And safely loading it is the only way to convince your nervous system that you are still in the game. But even with a strong back and a vice-like grip, there was one final piece of the puzzle missing: the ability to get up and down. This brings us to the Goblet Squat, the ultimate antidote to the fear of becoming chair-bound. We treat squats like a leg exercise, but for men over 50, they are a survival skill. The deep insecurity here is the loss of the ability to use the toilet or get out of a deep chair without assistance. When I started, my knees creaked and my balance was shaky, which is a terrifying realization. The Goblet Squat, where you hold a weight at your chest, acts as a counterweight, surprisingly allowing you to squat deeper with less knee pain and better balance than doing it with body weight alone. It greases the groove of your hips and ankles. But here is the Dill Thunder moment, the part that really cooled my heart. After 3 weeks of this, I didn't just feel stronger, I felt younger. The stiffness that usually greeted me in the morning had dissipated because I was taking my joints through their full range of motion under control. I realized that the stiffness of old age is often just the rigor mortis of inactivity. By safely challenging my body with these 3 fundamental human movements, I wasn't just exercising, I was sending a loud biological signal to my system that I am not done yet. If this breakdown helped you realize that fitness at our age isn't about vanity, but about fighting for your future freedom and independence, please like this video so we know to keep creating deep dive content that empowers you. And I need to hear from you. Don't just scroll past this. Tell me in the comments, what is the one specific movement or activity you avoid right now because you are secretly afraid it will cause you pain? Let's talk about it.